This is a tutorial to show you how to make an aluminum can baler attachment to a 5-ton hydraulic log splitter. You see these log splitters at various tool supplies, and they use pretty much the same principle. They have a fixed splitting wedge, which is welded to the splitter, and a ram which pushes the log to the wedge. Now what we are going to be doing is not making any modifications to the splitter. We are not going to be drilling or doing anything. We're going to be simply making this as an add-on attachment so you can still split logs, anytime you need to. Now, the way the principle works is we have a sliding body with a hopper we throw the cans in. And it fits down over this with a fixed wedge plate and a modified ram plate to crush the cans. But in order to extract the cube, we have it made where it will slide. It's held on with clamps, and we slide it back, and then we push the cube out. There are some other modifications we'll have to do. One is a hopper shield, so as the ram proceeds forward and you've got the cans loosely in here, they don't fall and push out the back of the baler. We also have a guide rod, and that's because the ram is fairly low profile, designed for a log, and so it tends to want to push back, and this keeps everything straight. The simplest way to do it was just with a 3/4 inch steel rod and a fixed plate slide that it works on. Now, this is what you end up getting. This is a 10, because it's 5-ton, I chose a 10 by 10 inch cube. And this here, believe it or not, is over 260 cans. So this allows you to crush and save your cans. Say you live a long distance from a recycler, say 20 to 50 miles. Well, just bags of cans, you will barely recover your gas. This way you could fill up the back of a pickup truck, potentially with as much as $500 worth of aluminum, and make it all in one trip. So that's the idea. Plus, this is, once it's all dried out, it doesn't leak, it's not messy, you're not throwing anything in your truck that you wouldn't want. It's fairly self-contained unit. Now, the next thing is some of these splitters can go up to 10 tons, 15 tons, even 20 tons, so gasoline powered especially. So, the only decision you really need to decide is how big of a cube, based on the amount of tons. Now, I chose a 10 by 10, which is 100 square inches. With 5 tons, that's putting out around 100 pounds per square inch. I would recommend that as the minimum for a 5-ton. I would not try to go any bigger. You won't get as good a compaction. But say you have a 10-ton splitter. Well, you might want to go 12 by 12. That's 144. And then you get a little bigger cube, but also you get better compaction. So you can get more weight for the size on board. So you'll have to make that decision yourself. Also, since these splitters do vary slightly in their design, I can't give you actual dimensions. You'll have to determine the amount of throw and work it out. Now, I filmed while I was inventing this, every stage I went through on welding all this together and measuring and all that. So hopefully that part will help you decide and design it yourself. But you are, on this particular thing, since we don't have a set model of splitter, we'll have to come up with your own measurements. But this will give you an idea how to size them up and how to make it properly so it works. And that's about it. From now, we'll go on to the videos, and I think we'll get a better understanding of how it's designed. So here you can see what I've got so far. I removed the plates from the log splitter. It only had 2 bolts in each one, and that's designed to help hold the log in. And I replaced it with this flat steel base, and also using the same bolts, just slightly longer bolt holes, slightly longer screw bolted in. So it made no modifications to the log splitter at all. Just simply remove these bolts and it can be used as a log splitter. So now what we need to do is put some straps on this back end and front end. Bearing in mind that we need to back off about 1.25 inches on the strap on the back so that the whole assembly can be slid back and keep it pushed out. Okay, at this point on the setup, you can see we've got 2 slides clamped into plugs. I went ahead and ground my push plate, fit just temporarily inside, and we're going to put the top plate on right here. And just to line everything up, we're going to use these type of clamps here. And squeeze everything together. And we're ready to weld it on. So here we have everything set up for our push plate. This is the movable plate that will ram the king. We've got our bent piece clamped in place. This clamp is what's going to hold it in place. It's an electrical. Get it Home Depot. And we've got our 2 side braces. It all fits around the ram that comes with the log splitter. You will have to obviously adjust to whatever log splitter you have, but this is basically the idea. And this is the part that will slide back and forth. Now we're just going to do a few spot welds. Okay, now here we have the fixed, the base plate. That's the part that stays welded and is fixed on this thing. It will be welded to the bottom frame. As you can see, I put a notch in here on the actual log splitter part to take most of the force. Plus I've got these 2 angle pieces that will weld to this. So we'll get a couple of spots on this and then we'll finish the weld. Okay, here's what we've got set up. This is the last part of the push plug. We need bolts that hold it against the ram. So what we've done is double nutted these two bolts, half-inch bolts, and we are going to just spot weld it, get it started, and then remove the plate and do a full weld. And this is the simplest way to do it, by double nutting it. You got everything lined up, and you just simply weld it. Here, as you can see, we've got our base of our clamps firmly attached to the bottom. We're going to make our top out of 1/4 inch steel. It's going to have a bolt through it. It's going to be welded.